need to have a serious talk about Liam Payne, who yesterday became another sad statistic of ADHD. And I'm not making any assumptions about how Liam came to fall from that balcony, but we do know that Liam was diagnosed with ADHD as an adult, and it's clear that yesterday Liam was suffering some serious emotional dysregulation, which is a classic symptom of ADHD. As is impulsivity, which can lead to some seriously ill-judged behaviour and self-medicating. Liam had been open in the past about his issues around drug and alcohol, and people with ADHD are disproportionately susceptible to these sorts of problems. Having undiagnosed ADHD, becoming famous at 14, working so hard that your mental health needs just aren't met, and all the while being pandered to and having lots of money, this is a recipe for disaster for somebody with ADHD, especially undiagnosed ADHD and when it's happening at such a formative age. Britney Spears is another child star who was later diagnosed with ADHD as an adult. Lately, Liam had had a lot of bad press and had even become a figure of ridicule. Whether this bad press was warranted or not, it will have been extremely difficult for Liam with ADHD to handle in a healthy manner. Recently, Liam's ex had accused him of harassing her, and at the time of his death, he was in a relationship with another woman who was also in Argentina with him until a few days ago she flew home on her own. And you know, ADHD is not a get out of jail free card. Harassing someone is not okay, nor is sending inappropriate messages to young girls, which is also something he was accused of. Although I don't know if any of that has been proved. But what is clear about this situation is that ADHD makes situations more serious. We can't and we should not ignore that. I have found myself emotionally overwhelmed in the past and become really angry and wanted to unalive myself. Now I know that that has been in part due to my ADHD, which I wasn't diagnosed with until I was 50. With regards to emotional regulation, therapy is something that I have really benefited from. I have learnt to love myself and to give myself time to process things, so I'm not just reacting immediately. But not everyone with ADHD is getting the help they need to build those tools. Even rich ADHDers like Liam Payne. I don't know what kind of support or treatment Liam was getting, if any, for his ADHD. But I do know that since Liam had struggled with addiction prior to his diagnosis, it would have made it all the harder to get some healing and growth. Sadly, most of us with ADHD don't get the help that we need. It's hard to get the school or the GP to take ADHD seriously enough so that you can get a referral for an assessment for ADHD in the UK. And then there are huge wait lists. Whether Liam fell because he was under the influence or whether it was something even worse. Judging by what was said in the 911 call, Liam was extremely emotionally dysregulated. And regardless of the trigger for this emotional dysregulation, it will without a doubt have been fueled by his ADHD. And it highlights how serious ADHD is. Ultimately, Liam Payne lost his life at just 31. We have to make people understand that ADHD takes lives.